Hello, my beautiful fellow yogis, and welcome back to your mat. Today's practice is an energizing yoga flow to encourage strength and confidence, not just in the body, but in the mind and in the spirit. We will begin our practice in an easy seated position, taking a moment to think about what strength and confidence feels and looks like to you. So sit tall, put your shoulders back, reach the crown of your head towards the sky, and take a moment to feel confidence and strength in your body. We will now begin to connect breath with movement. So as we inhale, we will reach our hands to the sky, pausing at the top, finding length in our spine, and then exhaling out the mouth and bringing our hands down by our side. Again, as we inhale, reaching powerfully up to the sky, filling our whole body with oxygen, and then exhaling out the mouth and bringing our hands down. Then last time, as you inhale, reach your hands up, and then as we exhale, we'll find prayer hands at heart center, taking a moment to set an intention for your day or for your practice, or possibly expressing some gratitude for your body and the strength that you carry within. On your next inhale, reach your hands to the sky and exhale them down by your side, and then slowly make your way into a tabletop position with your wrists under shoulders and knees under hips. We'll start to find some cat-cows, dropping your belly towards your mat on an inhale and rounding your shoulders up to the sky on your exhale. Again, as you inhale, reach that belly towards your mat. Open up your chest to the front of the room, allowing your heart to shine and that confidence to grow. And then as you exhale, press the earth away from you, reaching those shoulders to the sky. You may take these on your own time with your own breath. Just remember that as you inhale, you'll drop your belly to find your cow, and as you exhale, you'll round your shoulders up to find your cat. Listen to your body and let it tell you what it needs today. Go ahead and finish out your last position, and then we will meet at a neutral neck and spine. Planting your left hand on the center of your mat, as you inhale, reach your right fingertips towards the sky, and as you exhale, bring that right hand in between the space of your left arm and left leg to thread the needle. You have the option here to bring that left hand behind your back to find a bind. Just stay with your breath and stay with the present moment. On our next inhale, we will slowly unwind by pressing our left hand into the mat and reaching our right fingertips up towards the sky. As you exhale, plant that right hand onto the center of your mat, and on an inhale, reach those left fingertips up towards the sky. Then on your next exhale, we'll find thread the needle on the other side, with the option to find your bind, bringing that right hand onto your lower back. Making sure that your hips are stacked directly over your knees here, I want you to do a quick mental check-in to see where your confidence and your strength is at. On our next inhale, we'll unwind by pressing into that right hand and reaching those left fingertips towards the sky. Then exhale, bring that left hand onto your mat, and we'll slowly rock our hips from side to side, then finding some slow circles over our wrists, taking them both clockwise and counterclockwise to get them warmed up and ready for our flow. Now flipping our hands so that our fingertips point to our knees, we'll continue with our slow and steady circles. Now flipping our hands so that our fingertips point to the edges of our mat. Here we will rock from side to side, making sure that you are moving with intention and using this time to connect with your body. Now taking our knees as wide as our mat, sinking our hips back and allowing our chest to melt onto our mat to find our child's pose. As you inhale, see if you can reach those fingertips just a little more forward to find length in your spine. Actively try to stay connected with your breath and with the present moment. On your next inhale, press into your palms and slowly reverse cat your way back into a tabletop position. With wrists under shoulders and knees under hips, we'll quickly connect to our center by extending our right leg out behind us. Making sure that our hips are in line with one another, we can then take it one step further by extending our left arm out in front of us and then pulsing to the sky 5 times. For one last little push, you can reach back and grab that right foot with your left hand, keeping your hips square and your toes actively pressing into your palm and reaching for the sky. We'll then release, dropping our knee onto our mat and slowly rock our hips from side to side. First, finding our center and then extending that left leg out behind us, keeping those hips in line with one another, and then possibly extending that right arm out in front. Then you have the option to take your 5 pulses. Once finished, you can reach back and grab that left foot with your right hand and actively pull it towards the sky. Stay connected with your breath and remember that you can do hard things. We'll then slowly release, dropping our knee onto our mat and rock our hips from side to side. We'll curl our toes under and take a big inhale, and then as we exhale, we'll reach our hips to the sky to find our downward facing dog. You can bend one knee at a time or walk your dog here to find a stretch in the calves. Stay actively pressing through all 10 fingertips. Keep those shoulders turned away from your ears and try not to lift your head and neck from the space in between your shoulders and your elbows. On your next inhale, reach both heels towards the mat, and as you exhale, slowly walk to the top of your mat to find your forward fold. Keeping a soft bend in your knees, you can then clasp opposite elbows to really allow your head and neck to hang loosely here. On your next exhale, slowly roll vertebrae by vertebrae to a standing position and inhale your hands to the sky once you've reached the top. Then as we exhale, we'll reach our fingertips forward and sink our hips back to find our chair pose. Here you want to use your feet to act as if you could rip your mat apart, activating all of the stabilizer muscles in your legs and in your hips. See if you can inhale deeply and completely, and as you exhale, sink just a little bit deeper. Now inhale yourself to a standing position and rock your hips from side to side, feeling your muscle growth and yourself getting stronger. We'll inhale, reach our hands to the sky, and then exhale, plant them onto our mat and step or jump back into a plank position. We'll take a big inhale and then we'll exhale into our downward facing dog, taking a full complete inhale and a full complete exhale. Then on your next inhale, we'll reach our right leg to the sky for 3-legged dog. Then drop our hip open, stacking our hips to find our scorpion. You can stay here or you can drop that right foot onto the earth, reaching that right arm over your ear to find your wild thing. We'll then slowly return to our downward facing dog, taking a big inhale and a big exhale. On an inhale, we'll reach the left leg to the sky for 3-legged dog, and then as we exhale, drop it open to find our scorpion. Take a big inhale, and then exhale, you can drop into your wild thing. Taking a big inhale, and then we'll exhale, return to our downward facing dog. taking a full, complete inhale, and then as you exhale, you can step or jump to the top of your mat to meet in our forward fold. We'll land here for a few rounds of breath, so make each inhale and each exhale just a little longer. You can grab your big toes with your peace fingers, or you can clasp opposite elbows and sway from side to side. Just make each breath intentional and stay connected to that inner strength you have inside. We're more than halfway through. On your next exhale, slowly roll vertebrae by vertebrae to a standing position, and then inhale your hands to the sky, and as you exhale, sweep those fingertips forward and sink your hips back for Utkatasana or chair pose. Big inhale, and as you exhale, see if you can sink just a bit deeper, and then on your next inhale, you can stand up and rock your hips from side to side. Now inhale, reach your hands to the sky, and exhale, dive your chest forward, planting your hands onto your mat, and jump or step back into your plank position. Take a big inhale, and then exhale into your downward facing dog. As you inhale, reach that right leg to the sky, three-legged dog, and then as you exhale, we'll bring our knee to our nose, activating our core. Then inhale, bring that leg back up to the sky. And as you exhale, bring that knee to the outside of your right elbow. We'll then inhale, bring it back up to the sky, and as we exhale, take our knee to the outside of our left elbow. Inhale, returning to three-legged dog, and then as you exhale, bring that foot to the top of your mat, meeting in a runner's lunge. Taking a moment to find your balance, we'll then inhale, reach our hands to the sky, and as we exhale, we'll drop our hands open and find our warrior two. We'll take a big inhale, reach those fingertips forward, and as we exhale, take it back for reverse warrior. Big inhale, and then as you exhale, we'll drop into our triangle position. Big inhale, gazing up at the sky, and then as you exhale, we'll cartwheel our hands onto our mat, and then inhale our right leg back into our three-legged dog. You can then exhale, drop your right foot onto your mat, and take a very intentional round of breathing, filling your lungs completely and exhaling it all out. We'll then inhale, reach our left leg to the sky, and exhale, bring that knee to our nose. Inhale, return to your three-legged dog, and exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale the leg to the sky, and then exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhaling back into your three-legged dog, and then exhale, bringing your foot to the top of your mat, landing in your runner's lunge. Finding your balance, we'll then inhale, reach our hands to the sky, finding strength and power, and then as we exhale, we'll drop into our warrior two. Keeping your gaze over your front fingertips and actively shooting power out your hands, we'll take a big inhale, reach those front fingertips forward, palm facing up, and as we exhale, we'll take it back for reverse warrior. Inhale, dropping into your triangle pose, gazing up at your fingertips, and then exhale, cartwheeling your hands onto your mat, and then inhaling ourselves back into our three-legged dog. Exhale, bringing that left foot back onto our mat and taking a big inhale, pressing the earth away from us, and then as we exhale, we'll slowly walk to the top, meeting in our forward fold. Taking a big inhale, and then as we exhale, slowly rolling to a standing position. Inhaling our hands to the sky, and as we exhale, sink those hips back to find one last chair pose. Big inhale, exhale, go just a bit deeper. And on an inhale, stand up and rock your hips from side to side. Inhale your hands to the sky, and as you exhale, dive your chest forward, planting your hands onto your mat and stepping back into your plank. Taking an inhale, and as you exhale, find your full chaturanga into your upward facing dog, or you can find your baby cobra. Take a big inhale once you've landed, and then as you exhale, slowly press yourself back into downward facing dog. Taking a big inhale, and then exhale, slowly dropping your knees onto your mat, and then swinging our legs out in front of us to then find a staff pose. With a strong core and good posture, we'll inhale our hands to the sky, and as we exhale, dive our chest forward to find our seated forward fold, keeping that bend in your knees and allowing your upper body to relax and hang loosely. Make each inhale and each exhale intentional, and remind yourself of that intention of confidence and strength that we set at the beginning. As we exhale, we'll slowly roll vertebrae by vertebrae to a straight spine, and then we'll bring our left leg in towards our body with the option to cross it over our right. We'll inhale our hands to the sky, and as we exhale, we'll take our right elbow to the outside of that left knee to find a twist in our spine. Taking a big inhale, finding length, reaching the crown of your head high, and as you exhale, see if you can twist just a bit deeper. We'll then inhale, return to center, extending our left leg out in front of us and bringing our right in towards our body. We'll inhale, reach our hands to the sky, and as we exhale, bring that left elbow to the outside of that right knee. Keeping that good posture and strong core, we'll take a big inhale and full, complete exhale. Now untwisting, we'll go ahead and plant both heels onto our mat and start to slowly rock our hips from side to side in a windshield wiper-like motion to open our hips and release any remaining tension we may have there. Take this on your own time and pause anywhere that you may feel tension. Now finishing out your last pose, we will then plant our feet in front of us and find a boat pose or a modified boat pose. You'll first want to find your center on your tailbone, and then you can play around by lifting one leg at a time, or possibly lifting both legs off of your mat and then maybe extending them to find your full boat. Stay with your breath and stay with that positive mindset, reminding yourself that you are stronger than you think. We can then slowly release, rolling onto our backside and bringing our knees into our body for a little self-love hug. You can rock your hips from side to side to find a little massage on the low back. Take this time to give yourself some extra love, whatever that may look like to you. Maybe affirmations or intentional breathing, or possibly keeping a quiet and peaceful mind. Staying in this space of self-love, let's grab our big toes with our peace fingers and pull our knees towards our armpits for happy baby, allowing yourself to feel the silliness and the happiness that comes with this pose, allowing your hips to open and release and keeping your back flush with the mat, maybe bending one knee at a time or rocking your hips from side to side. Releasing our toes and pulling our knees into our chest, then peeling our head up towards our knees for one last big ball of energy and self-love. We'll then extend our legs out in front of us to find our final resting pose, Shavasana. You can pause if you need to get any blankets or pillows or props to make sure that you are comfortable here. It's important to remember that confidence and strength are first created on the inside. You have just as much right as everybody on this earth to walk around proud of who you are, to feel strong in your body and strong in your mind. And by taking these little moments to connect with yourself and connect with your body, you are changing the world immensely, because by changing ourselves and making ourselves better, we are impacting the world and everybody around us. Take a moment to acknowledge just how strong you are, to acknowledge the fact that you made it through this video and you took the time to take care of you today. To finish off our practice together today, let's find prayer hands at our third eye so that we may always see the truth. Then we will stop at our lips so that we may always speak the truth, and then bringing them to our heart so that we may always feel the truth. It is an absolute honor to be on this journey with you. The light within me recognizes the light within you. Namaste.